Would you like to sing? Oh, okay. Namayom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine.
Om Namo. I need lyrics,
You need the
Mataji.
lyrics. Okay, no worries.
Yes, this one I don't know.
Okay, just one moment. Um, okay, just 1 minute. Okay, just 1 minute. I've got it. Right, share screen. Right, Mataji, can you see this? Can you see this?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, I can see Mataji.
Okay,
Yes,
brilliant.
yes.
Okay, so we'll start again.
Yeah. Okay.
Namayom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Iti Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त वृंदा।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जय राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद, श्री राधे।
जय राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद, श्री राधे।
जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान, जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान।
जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान, जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान।
जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा।
जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा।
जय गौरानिताय, 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 जय गौरानिताय।
जय गौरनिताय, 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 जय गौरनिताय।
जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद।
जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद।
जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 जय जय गुरुदेव।
जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 जय जय
जय
गुरुदेव।
गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, नित्य गौर हरि बोल।
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, नित्य गौरा हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare,
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare,
Thank you so
Very
much.
beautiful Kirtan Mataji. Very nice.
Thank you,
Om
Prabhu.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथं तं वितं सिद्धं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपिशा गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरङ्गी शिराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वञ्चकल्पतरोभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेवश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे, निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. So please bless me that I may say something of importance and I'm able to convey these beautiful teachings of Lord Chaitanya in the most appropriate way. So we are on chapter 14. So we've read through it and we've been discussing verse by verse. So last week we spoke about the external features of the Lord and how beautiful He is. And we spoke, because Shivratri was also approaching, we also did the Rudra Geet, in which Lord Shiva glorifies Lord Krishna as being um, the, so it was this verse here. We spoke about Krishna's transcendental qualities and his beautiful smiling face, and with that we spoke about the fact that there's so many prayers written in glorification of the Lord's beauty, and of which Lord Shiva also prays to Krishna when he's talking to the Prachetas. And after he sings the Rudra Geet, like with the Gopi Geet and with the Brahmar Geet and with the other Geets that we see in Bhagavatam, Lord gives them his audience thereafter, glorifying him and his beauty. So we spoke about that last week. So this week, we'll just speak about this verse, and then because Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is mentioned, we're going to talk about one specific verse, and it's also in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it's one of the main verses in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So we're going to speak about that. So I'll just read the verse. The external features exhibited on the bodies of a devotee are called Udbhaswara. The Vyabhichari symptoms are 33 in number, and they are primarily involve words uttered by devotee and various bodily features. Different bodily features such as dancing, trembling, and laughing sometimes mix with the Vyabhichari symptoms, which are also called Sanchari. When bhava, anubhava, and vyabhichari symptoms are combined, they make the devotee dive into an ocean of immortality. That ocean is called the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the ocean of pure nectar of devotional service. And one who is merged in the ocean is always wrapped in transcendental pleasure on the waves and sounds of that ocean. So that's quite a deep verse, and obviously we're talking about very, very pure nectar of of devotional service, and I think the main places we experience this is obviously in our lives when we are just only focused on Krishna and nothing else. So obviously we see devotees in Mayapur that have dedicated their life fully to devotion, or in Vrindavan. This is like one way we can experience people who have just, or when we go to the manna and we see people that are like completely, like whether they were orange or saffron or white, or they've completely absorbed themselves in that, in complete everything, in the mood, in the service of the Lord. So we're talking about just very pure devotional service. So this is I'm going to bring up the verse that talks about this, and it's from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So just a little bit of a background. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu was written by Rupa Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, and it's a beautiful text. And there's different, like there's the east part, there's the south part, the north part, and the west part, and each of these different, it's in different sections, and as you go deeper and deeper, you can just notice how the depth of the devotion increases throughout this book. And every time you read it, we understand something deeper from it. But it's a really good, I mean, it's probably one of the best texts to understand bhakti. And it starts off with very basic, like when we read Nectar of Instruction, it starts off with very mundane things like papam, the beach, the propensity to want to commit sin, the unmanifested sins. um it talks about, like, it starts off quite, but as we get in, as it, after the first chapter or so, um we go deeper into the bhakti mood, and the whole book describes bhakti. So depending on which level we're at, we're going to understand it in a different way. It's very transcendental text, and Srila Prabhupada also translated the works of Sri Rupa Goswami um, in the Nectar of Devotion. So obviously it's a bit more digestible, and Srila Prabhupada mentions everything that's written in the original Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and he also gives us lots of examples. So it's beautiful. It's a very masterful text, and deep bhav and the deep service of Krishna. um Nations to be had from that, and it's very practical also. Like, it shows us like how to do certain things, how to behave, but in a kind of a very contemporary kind of way, and it teaches us the science of bhakti. It's a beautiful text, and there's so much variety and variegatedness, and it's a must. Like, anybody who's trying to practice to be a devotee should really read this Nectar of Devotion. So one of the main verses um it, in this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and also it's mentioned in the Chaitanya Madhya Leela 19 167, is the following verse: Anya Bilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulena Krishnanu Shilanam Bhaktiruttamaha. So maybe if everybody can actually say this verse, because it's very auspicious, and also it links back to the text that we are reading um on in Chaitanya Charitamrita, because it talks again, this is talking about the ocean, the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and how we can merge into this ocean and we can experience this pleasure, where in our dancing, in our trembling, in our laughing. And it really goes into that deeply. This text really helps us to understand deeper mellows of our relationship with Krishna. So if everybody could do that, so if we could just read this verse in alphabetical order, maybe. So we start with
Mataji is sharing the screen. It's
can you
we
see
can't
it?
see. No.
Oh, right, okay. I thought I was on. Oh. Yeah. Right. Can you see it now, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So Amol Prabhu, would you be kind enough to start and we'll go alphabetical? So
Sure,
um
Mataji.
so it's Amol Prabhu and then who's next after that? I think it's Gayatri Mataji, then Gaurangi Mataji, then Janukanya Mataji, and then Saurav Prabhu, Meena Mataji, Prabhavati Mataji, Ramlala Prabhu, and then finally Usha Mataji.
The Mataji. Yeah.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Is it
Hare Krishna.
me first?
I think we'll
Is
go
this me?
alphabetical. I think it's going to be Amol Prabhu.
Okay, okay, okay. Mataji.
We'll go alphabetical just so we have some sort of sequence.
Let's start, Mataji.
Can you see it, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Can you
Okay.
start?
Yeah, yes, please.
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादि अनावृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा.
Thank you. Next, I think it's Gayatri Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
Anu Anya Vilasita Sunyam Jana Karmadi Anuvatam Anatam Anukulyanam Krishna Salyanam Bhaktir Uttama. Sorry, Mataji, I cannot pronounce properly.
No, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Gaurangi Mataji. Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah. Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmadyanavritam anukulyena krishnanu seelanam bhaktiruttama.
Thank you so much,
Mataji,
Mataji.
Mataji, can my husband also read Mataji?
Yeah, of
He's here.
course. This is a very
Okay.
beautiful verse.
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
अन्याभिलाषितशून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादि अनावृतम् अनुकूलेन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Janukanya Mataji, are you there?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmanyanavritam anukulyana krishnanu shilanam bhaktir uttama.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Meena Mataji. Is she there?
You said to me? Yeah.
Yes, please, Mataji.
Okay, so I just want to sloka is
Yeah,
no,
this one.
it's not in Sanskrit, it's in which language? Okay, in English, yeah, English.
Can you read the?
Anya Vilasa Sunayam Nanam Karma Avataram Dukhalaya Krishnanu Silanam Bhaktir Uttama.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So it's Anukulyena.
Okay, Anukulya, okay.
Thank you so much, Mataji. That's beautiful. Thank you. Prabhavati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Anyabilashita shunyam jnanakarmadi anavritam anukulyena Krishna anushilanam bhaktir uttama. Hare Krishna.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Prabhavati Mataji. And then I think it's it's Ramlala Prabhu. We haven't heard Ramlala Prabhu. I haven't heard him for a long time anyway. Prabhu, are you there?
I think Prabhuji's audios, I think sometimes we face issues.
Okay.
Prabhuji can hear us, but we can't hear Prabhuji.
Oh. Just wait for a minute.
Maybe Ramlala Prabhuji can join from another phone or so.
Oh, we can't hear you if you can hear us. Okay, so Saurav Prabhu.
Prabhuji said apologies, I think not available.
Okay, he's not. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
oh, Ramlala Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Sorry. अन्नविलासिता शून्यं ध्यानकर्म कर्मदान अनवृतम् अनुकीलने कृष्ण अनुशीलनम भक्तिरुत्तमः.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. It's so lovely to hear you after a long time. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Is Sita Sundari Mataji there? Oh, okay. Maybe that was it. Okay. And then Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anyapilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anavratam anukulena krishnano silanam bhaktiruttama.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji, and thank you so much, everybody, for reading this lovely verse. I think this verse is a really powerful and it's an important verse that we can use to gauge where we are in our devotion and what Krishna expects from us also. And you know, we see so many of these devotees that they're fully committed to serving and being devoted to Krishna, and it really helps to kind of hit home the standard that is so important for all of us. So anya vilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anakule nanu krishnanu shilanam bhaktir uttama. So anya abhilashita shunyam, without desires other than those for the service of Lord Krishna, or without material desires such as for meat eating, illicit sex, gambling, and addiction to intoxicants. Jnana, by the knowledge of the philosophy of the monist Mayavadis. Karma, by fruitive activities. Adi, by artificially practicing detachment. By the mechanical process of yoga. By studying the Sankhya philosophy and so on. Anavritam, not covered. Anukulyena, favorable. Krishna Anushilanam, cultivation of service in relationship to Krishna. Bhakti Uttama, first class devotional service. So, translation: when first class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires, knowledge obtained by monistic philosophy, and fruitive action. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So here is the purport. It's not too long, but if we can just read that. Amol Prabhu, would you be kind enough to read the purport?
Yes, Mataji. Prabhuji. The verse is also found in Srila Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11, as we can understand from the Bhagavad Gita 9.34 and 18.65. The Supreme Personality of Godhead wants everyone to think of Him always. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha. Everyone should become His devotee, not the devotee of a demigod. Everyone should engage in His devotional service, including archana, deity worship in the temple. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. Everyone should offer obeisances from moment to moment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These are the desires of the Supreme Lord, and one who fulfills his desires favorably is actually a pure devotee. Krishna wants everyone to surrender unto him, and devotional service means preaching this gospel all over the world. The Lord says openly in the Bhagavad Gita 18.69, Nachatasman manusheshu kaschinme priyakrittamaha. One who preaches the gospel of the Bhagavad Gita for the benefit of all is most dear to Krishna. The Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord so that human society can be perfectly organized from all angles of vision, politically, socially, economically, philosophically, and religiously. From any point of view, human society can be reformed by the Krishna consciousness movement. Therefore, one who spreads this philosophy of Krishna consciousness for the benefit of all conditioned souls in the universe is perfect in pure devotional service. The criterion is that a devotee must know what Krishna wants him to do. This understanding can be achieved.
Oh, sorry, Prabhu.
This understanding can be achieved through the medium of a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Krishna. Srila Rupa Goswami advises Adu Guru Ashrayam. One who is serious in wanting to render pure devotional service to the Lord must take shelter of a spiritual master who comes in the disciplic succession from Krishna. Evam parampara praptam imam rajashayo viduhu. Without accepting a bona fide spiritual master coming in the disciplic succession, one cannot find out real purpose of devotional service. Therefore, one has to accept the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master and agree to be directed by him. The first business of a pure devotee is to satisfy his spiritual master, whose only business is to spread Krishna consciousness. And if one can satisfy the spiritual master, Krishna is automatically satisfied. Yasya prasadat bhagat prasadaha. This is the success of devotional service. This is the meaning of the word anukulyena, that is favorable devotional service to the Lord. A pure devotee has no plans other than those for the other than those for the Lord's service. He is not interested in attaining success in mundane activities. He simply wants success in the progress of devotional service. For a devotee, there cannot be worship of others or demigod worship. A pure devotee does not engage himself in such pseudo devotional service. He is interested only in satisfying Krishna. If one lives only for the satisfaction of Krishna, it does not matter whether he belongs to this order of life or that order of life. One's only business should be to satisfy Krishna. This process is completely manifest in the activities of the Krishna consciousness movement. It has been actually proved that the entire world can accept devotional service without failure. One simply has to follow the instructions of the representative of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Amar Prabhu. There's so much nectar in this. Okay, so first of all, you know, this is obviously the high standard. When first class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires. So obviously Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami do lead by example and say that 50% of our if we're earning 50% must go towards some Krishna conscious activities, 25% for family, and 25% for our own uh, um, kind of emergency fund, so to speak. And this other fact that we must, everything, our mind must, whatever we're doing, it must always be dovetailed to Krishna, that we're doing it for Krishna and we're doing it for his service. And in that way, all actions actually become purified. And the translation also indicates that we're not looking for fruitive action or just some sort of mundane philosophy. And a devotee must serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So this is again really important. Krishna favorably, like Kamsa used to think about Krishna all the time. Because he knew that Krishna was going to kill him. So, in one way, that's really good because he's still constantly thinking about Krishna. But what the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu does say is that it has to be favorably. We have to favorably think of Krishna. It can't be that, we can just speak nilly-willy about him, or it's not like that. It's that we have a favorable relationship with him, as opposed to some people who challenge Krishna. And we have to serve Krishna in the way he wants. Obviously we do it in our kind of way, but there is a standard, there's a way that he wants to do it, and obviously through reciprocation, and through understanding scriptures, especially like some of the texts by Sanatana Goswami, where he's talking about temple worship, or the way in which food is prasadam bhoga is to be prepared. So we serve Krishna favorably in the way that he likes and in the way that he desires. And because he loves Srimati Radharani, therefore, I mean, obviously we take shelter of Srimati Radharani, but we serve them in the conjugal the form together, because that's who Krishna loves. That's who the world might like Krishna. Every person in the universe might like Krishna, but Krishna likes Radharani. So we serve them as a happy kind of couple together. And then, as Amol Prabhu read, again, this verse, this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, this is the very first verse. It's in the very first chapter, and it's very much at the beginning, and it's one of the verses that we get taught as as it really mentions this whole mood of bhakti, and it makes us, it draws us in, because of the blessings of the Sad Goswamis. It draws us into this place of bhakti, to this point where, like, we're praying to Srimati Radharani that we want to hear her. Hey Radhe, hey Lalite. We want Nanda Sunokuta. We want to hear them. We want to associate with them. And the prayers are as such. So obviously, as we can understand from Bhagavad Gita, and Srila Prabhupada here is quoting 934 and 1865, where the Supreme Personality wants everyone to think of him. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evyashasi yuktva matmana matparayana. So always think of him, become his devotee, offer your obeisances to him. And that's all Krishna is really asking us, because through this worship of Krishna, all our desires are purified. And also, Krishna wants us to build a relationship with him, not because, he's God and he wants all of us to, like, literally bow down to him, but because it's in our best interest. We get more joy from serving Krishna than he gets. So actually, therefore, Krishna is constantly saying, if you serve him, if you worship him, if you offer your homage unto him, then you will always be happy, and you will get that sort of happiness that that he wants to himself experience in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So everyone should become his devotee, not the devotee of a demigod. So obviously we've heard so many times that Krishna is the source of the demigods. So Krishna does say that if you pray to the demigods, obviously he's still the person, he's still the supreme personality of God, and he's actually the one that sanctions. So say for example, we have a karma and our desire. My karma might be, I don't know, to I don't know, to find a new job. And then if Krishna agrees with that desire, then what will happen is he will sanction it. If he doesn't agree with it, he will not sanction it. And if he sanctions it, then the material nature, who is his energy, will arrange herself in such a way that it makes it possible for me to have this whole new job. Or it could be, somebody wants to get married, or someone wants to have a child, or somebody wants to go to university, or somebody wants to get a job, or somebody wants to, whatever the desire is, Krishna is ultimately the one that sanctions it. And if we pray to the demigods, we might get relief from material miseries. And obviously we've heard so many times where, like, Lord Shiva is always, he's Ashutosh, he's very pleased, he gives boons very quickly. But those boons are there, you get them for that time, or whatever it is. But after that, there's no purification that goes alongside it. So with Krishna, we often hear that Krishna's devotees don't always get everything they desire. They get what they need, but not necessarily what they want, because the internal purification is happening, and that's actually more pleasing to Krishna than us being like puffed up because we've got certain material opulences, or that's not the way. Like, the internal mood, bhav, and not only that, but the actual, just on the basic level, the purification which we constantly are talking about so much, that's happening. And it's a real process whereby we can actually feel that our narratas are coming up, or they're leaving us, or we're off, we're being more and more rid of them, because Cheto Darpanam, we're cleaning that mirror of dust that's been accumulating for years, lifetimes. We don't know how many lifetimes. We are, we have this dust and this dirt and the accumulation. And we've taken to this chanting, not all, some of us may have some inkling of whether we did it in a previous life. Some people may not know, some people may be just new to the process, but actually this is our original state, and most people can identify with it. So Krishna is saying that he wants us to all engage in and become his devotee. But he also does say in Bhagavad Gita that if somebody does want to worship a certain specific demigod, then he will also give them the intelligence. But the key thing is that whichever way it is, we have to go through Krishna. Everyone and he will give intelligence. If someone wants to become a devotee of Lord Ganesha, or Lord Shiva, or Durga Devi, or whoever, Krishna will give the intelligence. But it's still, again, he's behind it. He's the person that's facilitating it. So we should obviously try to ask and pray for things which include, and most of all, are based around the fact that we just want to love Krishna. We want to serve him. We want to make him happy. Krishna, you are ours. We are yours. We just want to serve him. We just want to please him, because that's important. So we can do that through our services. The desires of the Supreme, so Manmana Bhamad Bhakto. So everyone should offer obeisances from moment to moment to the personality of Godhead. There are the desires, these are the desires of the Supreme Lord. So, like we have desires, this is the desire of the Supreme Lord. And one who fulfills his desires favorably is actually a pure devotee. So when we are doing our service, when we are doing something that a Guru Maharaj has told us, when we are following the path, actually we are acting favorably to Krishna, we are surrendering onto him, and we are following actually the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So therefore, those times when we sort of say no to service, or I can't, we should be very careful, because it's actually the desire of the Supreme Lord. Especially if you've been called in for a service, it's very important that you do that service, because it's not about your desire, or your convenience, or it's more about we're satisfying the desires of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We're satisfying his senses, not our own. And one who fulfills this desire favorably is actually a pure devotee. So obviously we can argue that, yes, there's all these negative personalities. They also think about Krishna a lot, Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa. They're very um absorbed in Krishna, but for the wrong reason. But we want to serve Krishna favorably, until we can ever one day become a Vrajvasi or something, because then we have a it's a deeper connection to Krishna, and we just we just have to worry about getting that person surrendered to Krishna. So Krishna wants everyone to surrender onto him. And that's because he's compassionate. He knows that there are lots of fallen souls. He knows there's lots and lots of souls that haven't heard about him yet, or they have and they've forgotten, because the layer is so deep for them. So Krishna wants everybody to surrender onto him. Again, it's not because he has a big ego. It's because of the fact that he knows that devotee is going to get more pleasure from it. And he's very, very, very merciful. The devotional service means preaching this gospel all over the world. The Lord says openly in Bhagavad Gita, Nacha tasman manusheshu kaschin me priya kritamaha. One who preaches the gospel of Bhagavad Gita for the benefit of all is most dear to Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Lord so that human society can be perfectly organized from all angles of vision, politically, socially, economically, philosophically, and religiously. From any point of view, human society can be reformed by Krishna consciousness movement, and therefore one who spreads this philosophy of Krishna consciousness for the benefit of all conditioned souls in the universe is perfect in pure devotional service. So again, we often hear that, this message of Krishna says it in the end of Bhagavad Gita, anyone who talks about this message, he's very pleased with them. So we should always take up opportunities to preach, to take part in the sanghas, to lead sessions, etc., because we want to be favored by Krishna. It's in our nature, it's in our gene. Everybody wants to impress somebody, so why not it be Krishna? And this perfect pure devotional service as well. So it can't really be mixed. I mean, that's what we're aiming for. Obviously, we'll all be at different stages, but really, it's not about the external, it's about the internal and the mood we're feeling inside. So sometimes, we could be feeling outwardly, we could be doing all the right things, but inside it's not really happening. And some people you see will have like deep, deep levels of internal devotion and pure devotion. And those devotees generally outshine everything else. So the criticism that a devotee must know what Krishna wants him to do, the understanding can be achieved through the medium of a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Krishna. So, this specific this is given to us by our Guru Maharaj. And I remember my Guru Maharaj specifically saying to me, read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It was one of the very, very few instructions he's given me. But he understands that I mean, not that you understand, I'm just sure I can't speak on his behalf, but there is this understanding that the bhakti side of it is deeper. And it is that we constantly want to serve Krishna. We don't want to stop serving him, and we want to serve him favorably, and we want to increase our service to him and our love and devotion to him also. So one who is serious in wanting to render pure devotional service to the Lord must take shelter of a spiritual master who comes in the disciplic succession from Krishna. Evam parampara praptam imam rajrishyo vidur. So obviously in the 4th chapter, when we're talking about transcendental knowledge, this is mentioned that this knowledge is passed on without accepting a bona fide spiritual master coming in the disciplic succession. One cannot find out the real purpose of devotional service. So your guru will engage you in service, they will tell you what to do. So whether it's chanting or reading or going into Mayapur and doing something, or whatever, or going on a pilgrimage, or going and visiting the time places of Krishna, the guru's blessing is huge. And when you have the guru's blessing, then you can really understand the depth of service, or when you're serving the guru, the vapu, the physical body of the guru, then we can understand. Anyone that served their Guru Maharaj knows the joy and the bliss and the kind of, you're literally skating on, you're like literally floating in the clouds after that. So there is a real aspect, that everyone can experience. Why do we keep wanting to serve, like especially elevated Vaishnavas or Bhagavatas? Because we know that they've got something, and that something is spiritual and it's powerful. And with that blessing of theirs, we're able to do our service in a way which is pleasing and is favorable, like we said before, to obviously the divine couple, Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So if one can satisfy the spiritual masters, that's the other way. If we can satisfy our spiritual master, then Krishna's also pleased. He's automatically satisfied. Yasya prasad bhagavad prasado. This is the success of devotional service. So essentially everyone can, everyone can be happy. This happiness can be passed on to every single person because it's contagious. Krishna is automatically satisfied. Yasya prasada bhagavad prasada. So this, Krishna, he is Atmaram. He doesn't need anybody to satisfy him. He's able to. It's his internal Shakti that actually gives him the pleasure, which we call Haladini Shakti, and which is Radharani. So that is a favorable devotional service to the Lord. A pure devotee has no plans other than for the Lord's service. So yes, this is this place where, everything we're doing is for the Lord, whether we're, cooking, whether we're looking after our house, whether we're cleaning, whether we're going to work, everything is because we want to do something for Krishna, and we must keep that at the forefront of our mind. Of course, he's going to give us everything back, but the point is and more, but the point is that we actually take to this process of actually loving him, and not just loving him because we want something, or not just doing service because it helps us in some good way, name, fame, fortune, adoration, all those gateways to hell. That's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is that sincerity, that actually, I think, being from a Sanatani background, like especially in India and stuff, a lot of people say that their culture, they're losing it because of like other ideologies, etc. But it's about maintaining that service mood. He's not interested in attaining success in mundane activities. He simply wants success in the progress of devotional service. So all that devotees ever wanting is just Krishna, that they're experiencing Krishna, they just want Krishna. And we have to be greedy, lalasya and lobhyam. we have to have this for Krishna. That's the moment that it's okay to actually want that sort of thing. So for a devotee, there cannot be worship of any other demigod worship. A pure devotee does not engage himself in such pseudo devotional service. He is interested only in satisfying Krishna. A pure devotee does not engage himself in such pseudo devotional service. He is interested only in satisfying Krishna, and that's what our mood needs to be. Krishna, are you pleased? If one loves only for the satisfaction of Krishna, it does not matter. It does not matter. The main thing is that we just focus completely as much as we can, and at least we keep this as our stepping stone, as our guide as to where we want to be. It has been actually proved that the entire world can accept devotional service without failure. So there's no, there's no class issue, there's no gender issue. Everyone can chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And that's so important that they do that, because it actually helps them to purify as well and get closer to Krishna, and to really start building and developing that relationship with him. One simply has to follow the instructions of the representative of Krishna. So whatever the Guru Maharaj says, whatever whoever, as respective gurus say, that is the path that we follow, and that is the support that we're getting from Krishna through that devotee. So that's really important. So there are so many instances of this chapter, when Srila Prabhupada refuses to meet, not Srila Prabhupada, I beg your pardon, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refuses to meet like rich and pious kings, etc., because he's looking for pure devotional service. But then he does realize that even sometimes in those people, that devotion does exist. So for us, all we need to do is just surrender ourselves onto Lord Chaitanya, so that eventually we'll be dancing in the streets with him, and trembling and laughing. So I'm going to leave it at that. Are there any questions?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for very beautifully explaining this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So it is the Bhava, Anubhava, Vibhijari symptoms combined together. It is ocean of immortality. This ocean is called the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Very beautifully explained here in this chapter, Mataji. Very nicely explained with the Anyabhilashita Sunyam Jnana Karma Dhyanavritam Anukulyena Krishnanaselanam Bhaktiruttama. Very beautiful. So just wanted to add one statement. So Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, he mentions Vitaraga Bhayakroda Manmaya Mam Upasitaha Bahvo Jnana Tapasa Pota Madbhavam Agataha. So many people, they're living the Vitaraga Bhayakroda, and they have taken the shelter of the Krishna, and Bahvo Jnana Tapasa Pota Madbhavam Agataha. Many people, they have attained jnana by the knowledge, and puta is purifying themselves. Bahod jnana tapasa puta madbhavam agataha, by the austerities tapasa puta. And then they have attained the nature of Krishna consciousness, which is the topmost. So when Krishna says that one there, and here in the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu says to Brahma, Putena tapasa ijneihi dhaneihi yoga samadhina Radham Nishrayasam Pumsam Mat Pritihi Tattvavinmatam. Just like here, Manmana Bhavat Bhakto. Similarly, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu also instructs Brahma, Radham Nishrayasam Pumsam Mat Pritihi Tattvavinmatam. Just only all the Putaihi Danaihi Yoga Samadhina, everything, Tapasa, Yoga, Dhyana, everything, it is only for the pleasure of Mat Pritihi Tattvavinmatam. And all the great sages, they have declared it Tattvit, Matam, that is only to please Krishna. That is the only. And again, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu says, Aham Atma Atmanam Dhataha. So he says, Aham Atma Atmanam Dhataha Preshtaha Presamapi Ato Mayi Kratim Kurya Dehadihi Matkrute Priyaha. So I am the Lord of all the people. Aham Atma Atmanam Dhataha. Atmanam Dhataha. So I am the maintainer. Ato Mayi Ratim Kudya Dehadihi Matkrute Priyaha. And he says, Preshtaha Presamapi. I am the most beloved of out of all beloved ones. I am the most beloved. Preshtaha Presamapi. Because of that, Ato Mayi Ratim Kudya Dehadihi Matkrute Priyaha. So everyone has to love only me, not anyone else. So here Lord is saying very bold statement. Do not love anyone else, inclusive of your family members, anyone throughout the world. Only me. Ato mayi ratim kurya dehadhi mat kurite priyaha. Mat kurite priyaha. Only me. Because preshtaha presamapi. I am the most beloved of everyone. So likewise, one side he is saying Vitaraga Bhayakroda. So cut the knots of the material world, and other side he is saying just only love me, only do everything only for me. Likewise, Krishna is saying Man Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja. So very beautiful explaining one side. Then we would immerse in the ocean of immortality. That is, ocean is called Bhakti Rasamrita, in the only Krishna, nothing else, no one else. When we are in that one, that doesn't mean that we leave all family members. When we just immerse ourselves from Krishna in that ocean of Krishna consciousness, then we see what the people who are around me, like either husband, wife, children, how they are, what are their relations with me. And in such a when we see in that reflection, when we are becoming Krishna conscious and see everything material relations, there also we see the Krishna in their hearts. That is very beautifully. So that is Bhakti Rasamrita in everyone, either material world or spiritual world, everything is the creation of Krishna. There is none which is not different from Krishna. When we are in Krishna consciousness, we see everything is Krishna only. Nothing is material. The love is there all the time.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Prabhu. That's so important. The love is already there, and we have to just find that gold pot, which through our connection with our Guru and Krishna. Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so is there any more questions before we go on to Nashinga Dev prayers? Okay. So Meena Mataji, we haven't heard you for a while, and Prabhavati Mataji, would you be kind enough to sing the Nashinga Dev prayers?
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You want to?
Bring the words up. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Words, it's fine. Prabhu was the Mataji's.
Is Prabhavati Mataji there? Yeah.
You want me to start, Prabhu?
Is she there?
Maybe Mataji is at workplace, so maybe not be
Okay.
available.
So maybe let's have a look. Who else is there? Gaurangi Mataji? Whoever's
Hare
available.
Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji. Please, would you sing the Nashinga Dev prayers?
All right, Mataji. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
There we go. So you and Meena Mataji, yeah.
Okay. Meena Mataji, you sing. I will follow you, Mataji.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Prahlad
Prahlad Ladadaine
Hiranyakashipu हिरण्यकाशीपूर्वक्षः
हिरण्यकाशीपुर्वक्षः
शिलाटङ्कानकालाय
शिलाटङ्कानखालाय
इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंहो
इतो नरसिंह भरतो नरसिंह
इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो
इतो नरसिंह भरतो नरसिंह
यतो यतो यमिततो नरसिंहो
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह
बाहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंहो
बाहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
बाहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंहो
बाहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
नरसिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपदे
तव करकमलवरे नाका अद्भुतसिंगा दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवदीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव करकमलवरे नखा अद्भुतसिंगा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गा केशवधित नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधिता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय।
Jai.
प्रहलाद महाराज की
Jai.
Hey.
नित्य गौ प्रेमानंदे हरि
Hari
हरि
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Very beautiful.
Hare
Thank you so
Krishna.
much, Meena Mataji and Gaurangi Mataji. That was very devotional. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, we have Ram Lalla Prabhuji, so just wanted to hear from Prabhuji. If Prabhuji can speak anything on, just to hear Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, the problem is sometimes I can't speak properly. Anyway, the today, oh my God, sorry, I cannot continue. Sometimes I have a problem when I speak. Sometimes I have little problem. Anyway, today this session was wonderful. Actually, we are very happy. We are very happy. Actually, in our life, we have to follow this instruction from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is, we are desire opposite. We are thinking oppositely. Instead of Krishna, Anna Vilasita Sunnam, but we are thinking of for my benefit what I like, not following what Krishna likes. So there is a difference under this like or love. Love and like two totally different. Whatever I like, this is not really love. But love is something actually to Krishna, what he desire. What he desire, we have to do. Because he is desiring to us so that we can go back to his residence. So that is our, actually he is beneficial for us. He is the great, he is our father, supreme father. So we have to follow. So that's why this instruction is very, very nice. So, but in fact, as a jiva, we are we are bounded soul, conditional soul. That's why we think our way is my desire, my desire. This is the causing of our suffering. Sorry. Sorry. So that's why we are suffering this material world. But whenever our direction change, that is whatever Krishna's desire, then our life will be successful. This Mahaprabhu's instruction, also this is Guru's instruction similarly. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad Pranam. Sorry, that is I can't speak properly.
That was so deep and meaningful, Ram Lala Prabhu. Thank you so much. That was very deep and meaningful realization.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. Very nice to hear. Okay, so can we all request our dear devotees to say three Lord Hari Bol to Radha Sevita Mataji for kindly sharing all this knowledge with all of us.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
हरि
Hari
बोल
Bol.
हरि
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji.
It was Srila Prabhupada's mercy and devotees' mercy, Prabhu. We're just an instrument. But this definitely is this is the best verse. I think this sums up bhakti, everything. This verse is so beautiful.
Yeah, always desiring to see devotees and hear and participate in the katha, and then sharing their thoughts, sharing their reflections and experiences
Yeah.
and their knowledge. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, Radha Sevika Mataji. Thank you so much for beautiful session today. Yeah, without Krishna's mercy, nothing will happen. So
Yeah,
What
it's
you
all
said,
Krishna's
right?
mercy. It's all
Yeah,
Krishna's mercy.
mercy,
We're just
yes,
instruments.
Mataji.
Yeah, we're just
Whether you are desiring for a job or for whatever it might be, like, or some people looking for getting married or having kids. What you said was so true. Thank you, Mataji. It was wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we'll all meet with chanting tomorrow. In chanting. So Vanchakalpatarobhyasya cha kripa sindhubhyo
Patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo
Anantoti
Anantoti Vaishnavindaki
Vaishnavavritti
Jai
Jai
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Bol.
Hare Bol.
Hare